Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today we're going to take a look at a product from Cakitte. This is their USB Type-C 8-in-1 docking station with dual 4K HDMI outs and plenty more. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what you get once you get everything out of the box. Of course, there are some notes on the box that kind of show you some of the connections that we have. We do have 8 connections here, including 2 HDMI connections, an SD card, full SD card, a micro SD card, and several more, which I'll go over. Now, these are the specifications here, and I will leave these up. So if I miss anything, you can come back to this point in the video and check it out for yourself. This will support Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, and 4.0 and above, so you can check that out. Now, this should also work on iOS devices that have a USB Type-C like the iPad Pro. Taking a look at the main unit itself, this is all machined aluminum here. Very nice build quality overall. So you do get a nice metal unibody frame there. It is very small and pocketable, which makes this easy to put in a backpack or a book bag and take with you, depending on what you need to do. So it only weighs about 82.4 grams. On one side, we have a full SD card slot and a micro SD card slot. On the end, we do have an HDMI out that supports 4K at 60 Hertz, so you can extend whatever device you're using to another monitor. And then we have a second one out as well at 4K at 60 Hertz, so you can do dual monitor setups here. You do have 2 full USB 3.0 ports, and then you have a USB Type-C port, which would be for input, and then you have a USB Type-C power delivery pass-through port, meaning that if you hook this up to your laptop and then hook your charger into this port, you'll be able to pass through up to 87 watts to recharge whatever device you are using this with. So you've got your port set up there, and of course this is all going to be handled through a single USB Type-C cable. So using a single USB Type-C cable, we can add all these ports to a device. So I'm going to get some things set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this now hooked up to my Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus tablet, and a tablet is a great idea for this because you usually don't get any ports other than the charging port. So you can see that I'm hooked up into the USB Type-C, and now I have access to all these ports. Now, the first thing that you probably would want to add to this is maybe a wired or wireless mouse through a dongle, and we do have our USB 3 port here, so we're going to hook this up. You can see it instantly recognizes it, and I can now navigate my tablet with a mouse, which makes things much easier to do. And of course, that second USB port is still open, so I can add a keyboard and turn this into almost a full workstation, especially with Samsung using DeX. Now, another thing you might want to do is add some extra storage. So you can just plug in any USB flash drive to the USB port as well to add extra storage to your devices, which is actually always a good thing. Maybe if you just want to offload stuff and do a backup, or you just need extra space, you can do this as well. So now you can see that again, my mouse is instantly recognized here on Android, and I can go in and I can navigate through the OS so much easier than I would be able to without a mouse, especially when working on Office documents and things like that. So what we want to do now is go to My Files, and when I get to My Files, you can see that the USB storage 1 is now there, and that is that USB drive that I hooked up, and I've got all my files here. I've got some music files and other things that I can now access on the tablet itself. And again, this is all hooked up through a single USB Type-C cable. So overall, this is a great resource to have for devices with limited amounts of ports. Now, another thing is I can hook up my charger and use the far right USB power delivery port for pass-through charging, which means now I am charging through the hub and into my device. And as you can see, I am USB charging here, and I am now charging my device through the hub, so you don't have to worry about taking up that single USB Type-C port, so you can charge through it as well. It will support up to 87 watt charging, so if you're using this on a laptop or something like that, you will get the higher speeds as well with your charger. So overall, this is a very nice solution to have. I also again have two HDMI full HDMI ports that will be outputted, that I can output this to dual monitors if I wanted to as well. So overall, just a well-rounded setup here from Cakitte. They've done a really good job with this. It's nice, it's portable, and it adds a ton of ports with just using one single USB Type-C port. So there you go. That's my review of the Cakitte 8-in-1 USB Type-C docking station. Again, I am impressed with this for the reason that I can use a single port to add all of this functionality. It comes in a nice machined aluminum case. It's very pocketable, small, and portable, so it's easy to carry in a book bag or a backpack or something like that to carry with you, and you can hook this up to your laptop or your tablet and get all of these ports, so it really does have a lot of pluses to it. I also like the fact that you can do pass-through charging as well, so that your device can stay charged while you're using it. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.